Welcome, dear listeners, to a new chapter of Life Stories, where we peel back the layers of the ordinary to reveal the extraordinary. As you join us today, I invite you to step away from the relentless march of time, the ceaseless buzz of the world. Let's venture together into a realm of contemplation, a space where stories are not just told but experienced. Picture yourself leaving behind the known trails, stepping off the grid of the everyday into a landscape where the rules written by society blur into the background. Here, in our shared space of storytelling, we invite you to challenge the norm, to question the scripts handed down through generations. What lies beyond the pages of the book, the metaphorical guide that promises success and fulfillment if only we adhere to its chapters closely? Imagine, for a moment, a world where the paths laid out before us are not the only routes to our destinations. A world where the well-trodden roads, polished by countless footsteps of conformity, are not the only ways to reach the peaks of our personal and professional lives. Here, in the stories we're about to unfold, we explore the roads less traveled, the unmarked trails that have been overlooked or ignored. What if the book that we've been taught to follow religiously leads us astray? What if the answers we seek are found not within its lines, but in the margins, in the spaces between the words, where imagination and courage dwell? In our pursuit of success, have we confined ourselves within the boundaries of convention, within the safety of the familiar, only to find that our true calling lies beyond? Today's journey is an exploration of such questions. We delve into the lives of individuals who dared to glance beyond the conventional wisdom, who had the audacity to rewrite their own stories. Their journeys are not just narratives of success and innovation. They are testaments to the human spirit's resilience and the power of thinking beyond the bounds of the book. As you settle in, let the outside world fade. Allow yourself to be enveloped in the anticipation of discovery, in the excitement of what lies ahead. We are about to embark on a journey that challenges the conventional, the by-the-book method, and in doing so, we may just find that the true path to fulfillment and success is the one we forge ourselves. So, take a deep breath, find your anchor in the present, and prepare to be transported into the world of life stories. A world where the only limit is the horizon of our imagination, and the only guide is the compass of our curiosity. Let's start with the story of Sam, an office employee in a large corporation. Sam's life was a mirror of the book. He followed every rule, met every deadline, and never stepped outside the company's protocols. He believed this was the path to success. Yet, despite his diligence, recognition and growth eluded him. His contributions, often innovative in their own right, went unnoticed in the shadow of the company's rigid structure. In the sprawling office of Zenith Corp, Sam, an unassuming but dedicated employee, sat at his desk long after his colleagues had left, his mind racing with unorthodox ideas. The crisis at hand was a failing marketing project that threatened to tarnish the company's reputation. Traditional marketing strategies had been ineffective, and the company was on the brink of a public relations disaster. Sam's plan was bold and unprecedented in the company's history. He proposed a radical shift from conventional marketing to an interactive, grassroots approach. His idea was to leverage social media platforms not just for advertising, but to create an immersive narrative around the product. He envisioned a series of interactive, story-driven campaigns that invited audience participation and engagement, turning passive viewers into active storytellers. This approach required breaking away from the rigid corporate branding guidelines. It meant creating a more human, approachable, and relatable image for the company. Sam suggested partnerships with influential social media personalities, interactive challenges, and real-time engagement strategies that responded to the current social and cultural trends. Presenting this to the board was a challenge. Sam, armed with a detailed presentation and a mock-up of the campaign, laid out his vision. He explained how this approach could create a more meaningful connection with the audience, turning the crisis into an opportunity to rebrand the company as innovative and customer-centric. To the surprise of many, the board decided to take a chance on Sam's unconventional strategy. The campaign was launched with a series of interactive online events, storytelling sessions, and collaborations with popular online figures. It was a risk, but one that paid off. The campaign went viral, creating a buzz that not only salvaged the project but also brought unprecedented attention to Zenith Corporation. Sam's success story became a lesson in the power of creative thinking and the courage to deviate from the norm. He had rewritten the rules, and in doing so, had rewritten his own destiny within the company. Our second story takes us away from the corporate world to the rugged highlands, where nature's beauty is matched only by its unpredictability. Here, in a small, remote clinic, worked Dr. Lisa, a beacon of hope in a landscape where medical aid was a rare luxury. Her clinic was a modest setup, but it was her world, governed by the stringent medical protocols she had learned and practiced throughout her career. In the remote Highland clinic, Dr. Lisa faced a daunting challenge. The injured mountaineer had multiple fractures and internal injuries, a situation that would typically require advanced surgical facilities. But Dr. Lisa had only her small clinic, basic medical supplies, and a storm that had cut off all chances of immediate evacuation. Realizing she couldn't follow standard surgical procedures, Dr. Lisa decided to improvise. She used her knowledge of field medicine, often applied in remote or war-torn areas, to stabilize the mountaineer. For the fractures, she fashioned splints from available materials, sturdy branches and cloth torn from bed sheets. She skillfully used the limited local anesthesia to alleviate pain and proceeded to clean and dress the wounds with the utmost care, using the sterilized equipment from her emergency kit. For the internal bleeding, which was her biggest concern, Dr. Lisa had to rely on her diagnostic skills and experience. Unable to perform surgery, she administered 4 fluids to maintain blood pressure and gave specific medications available in her kit to reduce internal bleeding. She continuously monitored vital signs, adjusting her treatment as the night progressed. Throughout the night, Dr. Lisa worked tirelessly, her hands steady even as the storm raged outside. Her quick thinking and resourcefulness kept the mountaineer stable until the storm subsided and a medical evacuation could be arranged at the first light of dawn. This experience was transformative for Dr. Lisa. It taught her the importance of adaptability and thinking outside the box, especially in situations where following the standard procedures was not possible. Her bravery and innovative approach saved a life against all odds and reinforced her belief in the power of intuition and ingenuity in medicine. As we come to the end of our stories, it's essential to reflect on the message they carry. Life, unlike a book, doesn't have a set script. The by-the-book approach might provide a sense of security, a guide to navigate the complexities of life, but it's not always the path to fulfillment or extraordinary achievements. There are times when the book needs to be set aside, when our intuition, creativity, and courage must take the lead. So, as we part ways today, I encourage you to think about the book you've been following. Are there pages you need to rewrite? Are there chapters yet to be explored outside its boundaries? Remember, it's often off the beaten path that we find our true purpose, our true success. Thank you for spending this time with us. If this story resonated with you, please share it, like it, and subscribe for more. We value your support in our journey to bring meaningful stories to life. And until next time, keep on rising.